Well, it's time to get your questions answered.
Pam Jahnke is standing by. The number to call is 270-9933. We have 3 lines open if you'd like to ask Pam a question. And let's start with Alan in Madison. Hi, Alan. Can you hear me? Alan, are you there? I don't think Alan can hear me. It's a question about meat markets, but we're not sure what Alan's question was, unfortunately.
Hello?
Oh,
Alan, is that you?
Yeah, just Alan.
Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead. What's your question for Pam?
Yeah, I used to live in Lodi and bought my meat from the Lodi meat market all the time. I was wondering if there's a meat market in Madison that I can go and buy my meat from.
I'll tell you, if I got into listing every meat market that you can buy from, that would be the entire segment. My best suggestion is basically you can Google for your local butcher. There are several in Madison. And like I said, there's even more if you get just outside of the city limits. We have the Wisconsin Association of Meat Processors. That's WAMP. For short, WAMP. You can also try to consult their website. I'm going to try to get a list up on News 3 on my updates, and also MidwestFarmReport.com to try to give you better directions. I can't give a list right now, though, Alan, but thanks for pursuing it.
Yeah.
A lot of people, they'll go buy like a half a cow or something if they have a freezer for it.
Well, and that's the way I shop. If you're familiar, if you've got freezer space, that's sometimes the most economical way to do it. But people have to prepare themselves, Mark, if they're going to do that. You don't hand select what cuts are going to be on a half a beef or a quarter of a hog or something like that. It is by nature whatever cuts are in the quarter of that animal. So going in with a neighbor and splitting an animal is always an idea, or get a group of your family together, each take a quarter of a hog. But remember, you're dealing with a volume of meat. So your standard refrigerator, just the freezer above your refrigerator, that may not be enough space to handle that much volume. So talk it through with your local butcher or your meat market. I know that there are some where you can do online orders and make it a little bit more specific, but every place that I've talked to has also been very quick to point out that they are backlogged, that online orders for meats and that type of thing is very, very, it's taken them a long time to fill those orders. You can be patient and still get the product, but like I said, just be prepared for the volume. It's a little different than grabbing a couple packages in your grocery cart.
Okay, let's go to Reed in Sauk City. Hi, Reed. What's your question?
My question is, we were watching on the news today, and we raised sheep, and feeder lambs were $1.70 to $2.70 a pound. Well, we had a trucker here this weekend that picked up cull ewes, and he said the market's collapsing around them. That's going down to below $1.30. So I'm just don't understand what to believe there.
Couple things going on, and that could just be a typo, quite frankly. And we have just not seen a lot of movement of lambs this year, which is unfortunate. We missed the high holidays during Easter, and that a lot of the ethnic influence that would normally be looking for lambs or goats just didn't do it this year because they weren't getting together as families. So we didn't get that spring pop that we're looking for. This is the time of the year where we get a lot of lambs, a lot of kids out on the farm. So this would be when we normally start to see the market soften. So if you saw something on the markets at noon today, it may just be a typo, shall we say. I'd consult equitycoop.com if you want to see what a farmer's being paid for their lambs this week. Just go down towards the bottom of their market page on the statewide average, and you'll see what the adjusted prices are for today.
All right, perfect storm out there. Jim in Monona. Hi, Jim. What's your question?
Hi, Pam. Thanks for the call. I'm not much of an agricultural person, but I certainly am glad I'm surrounded by it. My question is, what is your advice on the investment in beef, poultry, and other products?
Are you talking for your refrigerator, or are you talking in the market, Jim?
Thank you for asking. It's the market.
Sure. Well, obviously, like anybody would tell you, you want to buy when it's down. I haven't taken a look at some of the JBS or the Smithfield stock prices lately, but let's face it, consumption is going to remain. People are still eating meat. The problem has been with the supply chain and making sure that we can keep those plants up and processing animals that can in turn get to where they're needed. We have had to make a little bit of a pivot and be nimble as far as the packages that that we're creating, more driven for grocery store use instead of what would have been going to restaurants or food service providers. So they are making that adjustment. But the bottom line is consumption remains strong. There's nothing wrong with any of this product, be it dairy, be it beef, be it pork. This is all top quality product. It is a people issue that we're working around right now, trying to keep those lines going. And like I said, I have every confidence that the processing facilities are going to remain firm. You know, you take a look at how the financial performance has been on Hormel out of Austin, Minnesota. They're doing fantastic. So I think if you're careful about those kinds of things, you probably will still find a good deal. Consumers are going to keep coming back to the meat showcase, whether it's for their kitchen or when the restaurants and bars come back online.
Just buy what you need. All right, Pam, thank you. Thank you all for calling in. We'll do this again soon.
Thanks, Pam. Appreciate it. We'll see you soon.
You bet, guys.